In this battle, we are facing Dark Drake, how Bladder 1. A weird username to say the least. But this is Roaring Legacy because currently, if I did not upload the last one that I recorded, probably because like it ended halfway because of a bug, which is annoying, even though it was such a good game. Well, what I was saying was the game is down, so we're working with what we got. Since this game is still up, and I definitely want to be maintaining my upload schedule for the most part. So we're gonna leave with the Beedrill here, and we're gonna try and get our Mega Evolution off as early as possible. Unfortunately, a lot of these Pokemon can probably survive an attack from Mega Beedrill, so except the Mewtwo, that's definitely gonna be prey. But I mean, we can definitely get a U-turn off at least, if all goes to plan here. Swampert comes out, so we can actually just go for a U-turn here. Probably we'll bring him down to half HP, close to yellow, if I imagine correctly. Maybe even lower, depending on the investment that this Swampert has. We'll see though. But yeah, I mean, I definitely do enjoy using Mega Beedrill. It can have its viability when it comes to some of these battles, but it also just depends on the team. Like some teams will have Pokemon like Heatran, which just completely shut down Beedrill unless you have the right coverage, like a Drill Run, which isn't really that easy to really get access to in all Beedrills. But I definitely will probably get that worked out in Bronze Reformed if I ever see the need to get Beedrill in that game. But yeah, we're going to go for the U-turn here. Let's see how much damage that does. Roughly what I expected. Low key, I actually don't know. I think Mandibuzz comes in here pretty nicely. I mean, he can't really do too much damage unless he's a Mega. And even then, like, he really needs his rain. And yeah, that's not going to be the slightest problem right there. Mandibuzz eats those up, especially since this is a really physically defensive build. Low-key, I'm looking at the U-turn since he might look at that super effective damage and want to switch out. But I don't know. I think I will. Hopefully he withdraws. I mean, if he stays in, that's going to be really unfortunate. I'll probably go to Magnet Zone at that point because there's no way he Earthquakes on a flying type unless he's really slow. He actually stays in. That's crazy. Magnet Zone's going to come in. Yeah, I guess I predicted him wrong. I was expecting him to want to switch out there. Surf. Okay. Nah, we can take that pretty nicely. Oh, dang. That does a lot of damage, actually. Well, I mean, hopefully Flash Cannon's enough to take it out. Or if not, we're going to be in a lot of trouble. But it should. I mean, this is base 135 attack, special attack. I mean, it probably hits really hard neutral. And, I mean, this is really low. So, yeah. There goes the Swampert right there. Yeah, definitely an interesting Pokemon, this Magnet Zone. I don't really like it as much, though, compared to other Choice Carvers. Like, in a playthrough, I remember using this in Oras, Pokemon Alpha Sapphire was the version I had. And it was pretty good there, but it's just like, here, it's just, I mean, like, it's pretty frail, actually, contrary to expectations. I mean, it might be kind of decent in the physical side, but not really. I mean, it does have a really good special attack stat, and it does definitely offer quite a lot of utility with Magnet Pull, but that's really the main benefits, I'd say, that you can get with Magnet Zone. Like, I guess, though, with the right teams, like, if you're, like, I know in Generation 5, when you're using a lot of Dragon types, you could use this to trap in all the Steel types, and then basically your Dragon type team would be unstoppable. Okay, so the Zygarde, low-key, I just want to take some damage on this. I'll take my damage. I mean, if I had Hidden Power Ice, it would help here, but we have Hidden Power Fire instead, which makes a lot of sense. Yeah, we take that pretty nicely. It is actually a really bulky Pokemon, this Zygarde right here, but I'm going to see how much damage the U-turn does. Maybe it'll be enough to actually finish the job. If not, then it's alright. I'll just go into Mandibuzz like always. It's just a typical go-to switch-in for times like this. I might actually have to consider like more powerful base attacks. Like really, U-turn and Poison Jab are good, but they're not as strong as they can be. So, I mean, Beedrill has that 145. Like compared to something like Lucario, which not only has a better offensive pairing with Fighting and Steel that can hit a lot more and is harder to shut down. It also has like access to moves like Close Combat. I mean, it has a Bullet Punch. I guess technically it doesn't get the same utility that U-turn gives, but it's definitely better in almost every other way. Dang, of course, he barely lived. It's just annoying at that point. And this Zygarde is also actually pretty fast for Pokemon, so It's going to be a little bit of an inconvenience to say the least. Although its damage output is not it. So I'm just going to go for a U-turn here and bring back Beedrill. I definitely want to kind of get it in and out as much as I can. Although it really won't be able to do too much damage against the Koraidon, to be honest. But, I mean, I guess we have Florges for that with the Moonblast, which should probably one-shot it quite easily. So, I mean, really, it's just the Mewtwo that's left that's really a problem. Goes for the Focus Blast. Does not land. Not a surprise, though. Probably wouldn't do anything either. And the Beedrill's going to come back out now. Yeah, and hopefully we can look towards, getting some more progress here. With the adaptability, stab attacks. Like, if he goes into the Mewtwo, that'd definitely be really nice for us. Then we get a really super effective hit. Probably will one-shot, too, with U-turn. We'll see what he goes into, though. But, yeah, I mean, really, this is definitely not the most eventful battle. I will say one of the benefits of Roaring Legacy is that you can actually access some of these Generation 9 legendaries if that's what you're looking for. Although, like, I don't know. Like, I don't personally like them as much because like the models kind of look weird, and I mean it's not really. I don't think they're really programmed in properly compared to some of the other legendaries. Like I think the safest you can go for is kind of like Gen 7 and below. So Koraidon comes out here. We should still outspeed this even though it's insanely quick. I mean U-turn probably won't do too much damage though since it's gonna be resisted, but we'll take what we can get here. Hopefully he can start making some quicker decisions. I don't know what's taking him so long. Okay, good. That is nutting. That is actually insanely weak. Florges comes out here. Hopefully he doesn't go for like a fire type attack. That would actually do a lot of damage. Okay, but we should take that pretty nicely since we got insane special defense. Yeah. I mean, if he goes for a Flare Blitz, so that'd be definitely a different case. Let's go for another Moonblast, or for the first Moonblast, actually. So I don't know if he has an easy switch in. And actually, I was looking at the last battle. Florges has higher special attack than I actually ever anticipated. Like, it has 112. I guess it just gets overlooked because people are looking at its special defense instead. But, I mean, this actually does hit relatively good. I mean, for a tanky Pokemon. Like, I gotta respect it. And you could see that damage output in a lot of the non-resists that try and switch into it. So, I mean, it is definitely a good Pokemon to consider. Definitely underrated. It's like I've literally never really seen anyone use Florges in the Pokemon Brick Bronze community, even though it's actually really, really good. And it has good utility. I mean, it has Wish. The only thing that really sucks about it that really pulls it back is the ability. Like, if it had something like Regenerator, I can imagine that this would be one of the best Pokemon out there. But it has something absolutely useless. I think it's like Symbiosis. Okay, so Gengar is going to come out here. It's Shiny Gengar. Probably his Mega, to be honest. So we definitely don't want to stay in on this. We do actually get quite a lot of damage there, though. And the special attack drop, which is probably going to be really nice. I might just go for the Volcarona sweep, to be honest, on this. It's like, I don't see this as much of a threat, to be honest. So I think this is the time to try and initiate something. And like, I mean, really, I don't know if he has much of a switch into to the Flamethrower in the sun. I mean, I guess his Dragon type Pokemon will resist it, but I mean, we're still going to be hitting relatively hard. I mean, we have Bug Buzz for the Miraidon. Koraidon cannot really hit super effectively, and its only stab move, or what probably is its only stab move, is a special attack, as he just revealed with the Dragon Pulse. Or actually, maybe he didn't. I actually don't remember anymore. Man, like, I hope he starts making some quicker decisions here so we can get this game over with. I'm trying to end this and go to sleep, man. Yeah, so that's the Mega Evolution as anticipated. Like, personally, I would not run a Shiny Gengar unless it was the Mega. I mean, I probably still would, but, like, the Mega's just leagues ahead. Like, if I were to get, like, a Gengar, I would hunt it, but only for the Shiny. But here, like, I got a lot more easier access to these Shinies, which is why, I don't do any of that stuff. Let's go for a Quiver Dance, and we can definitely, we can beat this in a 1v1 once we get the special attack. I mean, the special defense and the speed boost. So, I mean, he also has a special attack drop, so, I mean, this Gengar is kind of neutralized for the most part. It's really nice, actually. Although, I mean, now that he Mega Evolved, I mean, he'll be able to switch in on Florges and trap it in, which is a bit annoying. So, I mean, if he was smart, he would switch out here and use it effectively, although clearly he isn't really that smart. So, I mean, we don't got to be too concerned here unless he gets a critical hit. He gets the poison. Okay, that could actually be bad. It's alright though. I'm just gonna go for the flamethrower. Should easily one shot with the sun and the special attack boost. And I don't think that's a strong poisoning, so we might be able to roost it off on some of the other Pokemon he might go into. But yeah, that definitely inconveniences the sweep. So it won't be as comfortable as it was prior to this. And maybe he'll actually make a bad choice and switch out into something that resists flamethrower. Because if he does that, then we can. I mean, I'm pretty sure Volcarona and the Sun at +1 can two shot almost all Pokemon, or at least it's a 3 to 4 shot. It'll do quite a lot of damage, and we had the Z move too to back us up. So I mean, like if he switches out, we can probably pick up some good damage. It's something that really would benefit us, and then perhaps we can get something on the Gengar. So I mean, Gengar is not living much at this point since it's already kind of weakened. Like foul play will finish it off. Well, technically, I guess Beedrill can't actually really touch it too easily, but I mean, it could probably still like two-shot it eventually. And he actually stays in, so we're gonna finish it off. Gonna take a bit of toxic damage there. It's not bad though. We got like 2 more lives. I mean, if we don't one-shot here though, we will probably go down. Hopefully, he switches into something that doesn't really resist Volcarona, like the Miraidon. Instead of Koraidon, like Koraidon comes out, that'll be tough. We'll see though. He does take his time though. See, I mean, I do that myself too, but like the only reason I take my time for a lot of these plays is because I'm commentating it. That's kind of like important to my style. But like right here, it's just inconvenience. Like what is taking him so long to figure out? I mean, I guess maybe he could be trying to process what he'd want to sacrifice, but I mean, like I don't know. Like it's, I mean, I don't know if I would take this game as seriously since it's not like really that winnable at this point for him. So I mean, I guess maybe he'll choke something out like he has Koraidon, he has Miraidon, he has Mewtwo. Um, so Miraidon is gonna take heavy damage from Poison Jab, and Mewtwo will basically get one shotted by U-turn. Well, everything but Miraidon loses to whatever it's called, the Mandibuzz. I mean, both of them lose to Florges. I think Mewtwo might actually have a good matchup there, though, if it has Side Strike. I don't know, though. We'll see. But, I mean, it's not a comfortable place for this man. Mewtwo actually comes out. It's going to get one-shotted. I hate to say it for him, but he's going to go. Unless he tries to pivot out, that would definitely be smart. But then we'll still have another round of HP. So, I mean, we can fire off like a Z move probably if we really want to get the best of Volcarona before it really goes down. I don't know. I mean, what's he trying to do here, though? He's going to go for the Dynamax. I don't know if he actually lives even through the Dynamax. So, I mean, well, actually, he might. We'll see. I'm definitely interested to find out. This would be the equivalent of a neutral hit right here. Dang, okay. Dang. He's actually quite tanky. It's alright, though. At least, I mean, we got the Beedrill, so I'm not too concerned. I'll just go into the, yeah, I'll go for a U-turn here. Should definitely one shot without question. So maybe that's what he's been trying to process here. So hopefully this is not like a choice scarf. Although I think once he Dynamaxes, he loses his items. So I don't need to be too concerned here. And yeah, he might even switch out into the Koraidon if he's trying to preserve his Mewtwo. Like that would make a lot of sense. But I mean, like at that point though, like then I'd just go into Florges. I'd be able to Moonblast uncontested. Then I could probably just sacrifice something I don't need, like the Toxapex here. Like, okay, so what I'm trying to say is, if I go into Florges, I Moonblast, Mewtwo comes in the switch. I don't need Toxapex really, so I can throw that out, let it go down, then bring back in like Beedrill, finish off with a U-turn, pick up, or I could pick up a KO on something, or I can generate momentum again. You know, I could definitely do a lot. Like really, I have so many Pokemon here that check his Pokemon. It's really hopeless. And he's gonna let the Mewtwo go down. I guess that's a fair play. But now Florges comes in and probably wins the game here onwards. Unless he gets some sort of BS paralyze, flinch. I don't even know what he can get. Like some sort of critical hit maybe. But I mean, Koraidon is getting one-shotted. Miraidon is probably taking a lot of damage, or if not getting one-shot. And really, Miraidon is his best Pokemon at this point. Well, actually, not really, because I mean, Beedrill probably finishes it off if it doesn't die to the Moonblast. I mean, well, actually depends, because I mean, Koraidon has a good matchup against the Beedrill, and Miraidon has a good matchup against the Mandibuzz and the Toxapex. It's really just but I mean, it doesn't have a good matchup against this. That's the issue for him. So and the Beedrill too. So the Koraidon on the other hand is kind of weak to Toxapex and Mandibuzz, but it can actually and also the Florges, but it can handle Beedrill if it needs to. Yeah, just to play it safe. Oh yeah, we get the special attack drop too. So I don't know if we even need to play it safe. But I'm not gonna get too cocky here, 'cause it could actually cost me. I'm gonna go for the wish. Then I'm gonna just finish his misery with another Moonblast. And then at that point, like, he's kind of done. Like, unless he finishes off Florges in about like two hits, with luck maybe. I mean, he's gonna get one shotted. So yes, this battle has gone a lot longer than it needed to, though. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, he needs a critical hit now, which he probably won't be getting. Even if he does, I don't think it's gonna be significant enough to win him this matchup. So yeah, the Moonblast is gonna come out. Probably gonna finish off the Miraidon. Then Koraidon's all that's going to be left. Which should also go down to Moonblast, to be honest. T-Bolt. Alright, okay, he does get the critical hit. That is actually a bit scary. Although, I mean, like, I don't know. Like, how's he actually going to get past Beedrill, Mandibuzz, and Toxapex? That's my question. He shouldn't. So, I mean, this is good as one, to be honest. I mean, I could play it safe and go for the Protect, but I really feel like I don't need to do that. I mean, I'll see if I'm wrong. But, like, what's he actually going to do? Unless he has Flare Blitz. I mean, he had Flamethrower, so there's a chance. Because then, like, he'd have to use his other Dragon-type stab attacks. Flamethrower, I mean, Flare Blitz is probably the only thing that can one-shot from this point onwards. He's going to sustain heavy recoil damage, and that would reveal that he probably doesn't have any recovery options. So, I mean, like, that's just going to be damage that he won't get back. I can go for the Poison Jab or Brick Break if I need to. Although, I probably would just go for the Poison Jab there. Just take my damage. Okay, so the Sunrays are back. Let's just finish the job here. Hopefully he doesn't KO. So I could have protected and given myself some more HP, but I don't think we need to do that. So I'm just trying to get this over with once again. I just want to go to sleep. It's late at night. It's almost 12 p.m. Flamethrower, we lived that, and yeah, that's gonna be GG. Alrighty, good game, buddy. Let's go ahead and finish him and his misery. Alrighty. Dang. I'm telling y'all, I'm so tired. Sorry for the trash commentation, but that right there is going to be GG.